enough, and here we go. Made their way to the wall. Another volley going off. Actually taking out a bunch of them. Oh my god, are we going to be able to get their explosions off though? I think they are, and then kaboom. And that's what I'm talking about. The Elven archers tried their best, but that's a big old breach, and the infantry are pouring through. Battle for Middle-earth is about to begin. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish, and welcome back to some more Total War Lord of the Rings. We are diving back in with the Dawnless Days with another epic online siege battle. Today, the elves hold fast against the oncoming hordes. I believe it's Isengard, and the Easterlings could be Harad. We'll obviously take a look in a second, but it should make for a pretty exciting battle. Yeah, it will be Easterlings right here, looking very nice. So the Easterlings supported by the forces of Isengard going up against the elves, and yeah, lots of enemy forces charging forward. This replay was also titled Disaster Siege, so I'm excited to see what the disaster is, whether it's the attackers getting absolutely rammed in, or if it's the defenders being overrun very, very quickly. Also, this map looks absolutely amazing. I love the design of it. It's really unique with this gate moving forward. You've got all these other positions looking very, very cool. The modders have done a great job designing this one, and you can also have a bit of a naval invasion as well. You can land on this beach with a few of the units as well, so that's always exciting. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this map. You obviously also have the fallback position here as well, top of the hill, so if you do need to, you can fall back across the bridges and make your last stand. And I really also like the way that the elves are set up here as well. They can fire in on the attackers pretty nicely, not having to shoot up and over. They can get them direct shots off on them. So that's always a good design choice and gives the defenders that little bit of extra power. But they're definitely going to be struggling in this one because they are fighting 4 enemies. So there are a lot of forces from the White Hand. You can see all these berserkers looking extremely fierce, ready to get themselves stuck into battle, already covered in blood of their enemies, probably killed some scouts or something along them ways. The artillery is going to be bombarding as well. No, not the artillery, is these the sappers? I can never remember. I'm pretty sure there are some White Hand sappers in this. Yeah, here they are. Look at the little boys go. They're up to some mischief as they crouch their way forward. And I think they're going to be going ahead and trying to make a big old breach in this wall. It's actually impressive how they're still remaining hidden. But yeah, I believe these guys will be trying their best to, yeah, make a breach and then pour through. And that's going to completely take the defenders off guard, I think, because they're actually still hidden right now. Yeah, they can't actually see this unit. So quite quickly, they're going to come flying through and just blow a massive hole in that wall. And as I said, that's going to take the defenders really off guard. And here they go. I'm excited to see how this does, how this does perform. And they're still hidden right now. Legolas, there's not even Legolas to bring him down. The archers are coming over to shoot this unit of White Hand Stormers, but quite quick. Oh my god, I can't see them yet. How are they still hidden? Oh my god. Yeah, and there you go. Now they decided to run. Legolas, bring it down. Bring it down. The elves are going to get a volley off, but it's not going to be enough. One archer volley, but not quite enough. And here we go. Made their way to the wall. Another volley going off. Actually taking out a bunch of them. Oh my god, are we going to be able to get their explosions off though? I think they are, and then kaboom. And that's what I'm talking about. The Elven archers tried their best, but that's a big old breach, and the infantry are pouring through. Beardin spoke a bit too soon. Is this all you can muster? Well, there you go. The berserkers as well, being the first ones off of the siege towers, is always deadly as well. Such a great shock infantry unit to quite quickly storm the walls, and the elves are up against it. Luckily, though, we do have Elven archers who are quite well positioned to fire in on them as the attackers get more and more dominance over this wall. They can fire volley after volley and really help out right now, though they are supporting their brethren. And yeah, look at that, completely taking the defenders off guard there. You love to see it. Stuff like plays like that are just so awesome. Now we have the Eastlings moving some of their chariots through here as well. If they get into the open area, they're going to cause mayhem. The elves are charging in, trying their best to stem this bleeding. But yeah, the chariots are now pulling in. It seems like a bit of that wall is a bit glitched out as well. Look at that. And yeah, already, oh no, that's not good. The elves are being surrounded slightly right here. And yeah, Eastlings are just pouring into this settlement. Seems like they're using their numbers advantages really well. There you go, the chariots now are pouring through. I'm starting to see why this battle was called this siege disaster. The Elven cavalry, though, quickly mustering and being sent to where it is needed. slowing down these chariots, bogging them down with infantry, and then hitting them with cavalry is obviously a good play. But you can see them scythes moving around. And actually going through a lot of these civilians as well. Seems like, are they routed? Is that what they're doing? Or are they still just moving around? I mean, up to 51 kills, not too bad. We even have some Urukai infantry. The elves are falling back, and I was actually going this is a bad idea. There's way too many positions for them to try and defend. Over on this right-hand side as well, the Noldrin elves are set up quite nicely. And they're actually holding pretty well. It doesn't seem like the runic warriors over here are being too aggressive. So they've actually kind of got to hold the enemy at bay. And there we go, another unit embedded. The attackers very much seem like their main goal is to try and keep the enemy like bogged down. Don't let them reform. Just keep the pressure on. As soon as that explosion happened, it was all about just charging forward as best as they can. And yeah, that was really awesome to see, like, because they came out of the forest completely hidden, so there was no way the defenders would have known they were coming. And it really did just completely take them by surprise, which is so awesome when you get scenarios like that. It makes it feel like a real battle, because, you know, Theoden had no idea that, you know, Saruman was gonna go ahead and blow a big gaping hole in his wall. He could barely believe it. Or I mean, I wouldn't believe it. Such you know, conjuring, such magic has never been seen in his lifetime, at least. And right now, the legions of evil continue to march forward and just wait for their orders to go into the city. Unfortunately, though, there are no reinforcements to become. Where was Rohan? Where was Gondor? Neither yet to come. If only off in the distance we saw Theoden arriving. Oh, that'd be so epic. It'd be so cool if we ever got that stuff in Total War. I know, again, a little bit of a tangent. But it'd be so cool if we got, like, cool scenario-esque battles embedded into Total War. Like, being able to set up reinforcements and other stuff like that would be so cool. Because it's not like that mechanic isn't in the game already. You know, when you're playing the campaign, units do get reinforced. So why can't I go ahead and set that in a battle? You know, when I'm playing custom battle, why can't one player be a reinforcement army and have the timer to tick down and then they come on the map? Like, you know, I can't imagine it would be that difficult for CA to add something like that in, considering it's already a base, you know, a base mechanic in the game. That'd be really, really cool if we ever got anything like that. Taking a look back at the battle, though, you can see the settlement is full on under siege, though, as the forces of evil continue to push loads of pressure, and you can see this entire Isengard army now are breaking through here and just, yeah, continuing to put a lot of pressure. Luckily, the map is designed, but they can kind of stem the bleeding a little bit by holding these positions. You can see some of the Noldrin swordsmen are set up here. We even have some of the Woodland Realm. And oh my god, this is not good. Look at that. The elves are surrounded, fighting back to back right now with no hope of escape. This is their graves. However, if they are going to die, they will make sure they take down as many Easterlings as possible. And luckily, this is quite a good position for the Elven archers as well to focus down. We've got a few of them. Where even are they? Oh my god, look at the Elven range right there. They're volleying all the way over and in. That is insane. The elves just have the best bowmen in the game. It's actually crazy how good they are. The rest of the wall is still being hammered pretty hard, but it does seem like that the Noldrin swordsmen are able to really repel the enemy. And even if they don't win, they are still taking their pound of flesh. A lot of these berserkers are going down, and even the Loke Rim basemen as well are running low as more reinforcements do come in. And again, the thing is as well with this wall, the attackers have to come in like through this way. And they can also then go like this, which is not bad. But if they want to get up here, they have to go through like this one line, which is obviously stacked with infantry right now. We have the Elven General Bodyguard here, as well as another unit of swordsmen, so still pretty strong to get through there. And it does seem like for the most part they have been able to kind of retain this other part of the wall. The gate is also still, yeah, the gate is still operational. I guess it's pretty glitched out a little bit. The old classic siege bug, which has been in the game since the very dawn of Total War itself. It's actually kind of crazy as well how that bug is still in the game. Like even in Warhammer, the gate bug is still there. Like, it must just literally be so hard-coded, embedded in the game that CA just like, yeah, it's literally impossible to fix. without having to rewrite everything. Yeah, it's probably because it's been in the game since like Rome 1, and the code has probably changed obviously dramatically from all the installments. So it must just, as I say, be so hard coded, embedded that like if you try and fix it, it probably breaks the game. It probably literally deletes it and sends like a thank you message to Steve Jobs or Bill Gates or something. There's more units coming. Elves from all different clans reinforcing. You can really see the attacking forces flooding this area of the battle map. 3 more divisions moving around this way to continue on the attack. And obviously this clumping up is going to be helping out. A lot of the Elven archers now can continue to fire in, and pretty effectively at that. You know, there's enough Elven archers here to try their best to get that pound of flesh. You can see the arrows, you know, reinforcing, volleying in. And they're able to get a pretty decent line in. You can see another volley coming in. Even though these are elite archers, they will run out of ammunition eventually, and if they don't go ahead and obviously keep hold of the barrels, the supply barrels, there's no way for them to get reinforcements and more ammunition. I would love to see as well in these maps the supply barrels, like one being in the city center as well. A bit more of like a natural progression. I'm not sure something like that is possible, but I think it would be quite cool to have, because it would like allow the defenders to fall back and then still get replenished by them supply barrels. Oh, nice kill right there. Aiming where the armor is weak, as Legolas would say, in between the neck. But the Uruk-hai number too many, and they continue to push on. How's the rest of the map faring? Yeah, you can see a large amount of the Uruk-hai army just swarming into the settlements. They even have their grenade throwers as well. These are like Nafatoons, the White Hand Grenadiers. Really scary. On the other side, though, the Noldrin elves are holding firm. However, they are currently fighting a unit of pikemen at the gate itself. So no real kind of victory to be had here. The halberds will overrun. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if I was these elves, I'd probably just fall back completely. Let them come in as the defenders are on the run. Elsewhere in the map, yeah, you can really see why this is classed as a bit of a failure. Numbers wise as well. Oh my god, they were outnumbered 3-1 at the beginning of the battle with only 3. I mean, that's actually not that crazy. The elves have the smallest units in the entirety of the game. Their units make up 85, whereas you can see the Uruk-hai 160. So even though they're outnumbered, it kind of does make sense that they're still that dramatically outnumbered, and it's not actually as bad as maybe it does look. The only place that is remotely going well for them is over on this left-hand side. They've been able to really take down a large amount of the Uruk-hai army with this unit of Noldrin swords, only losing 17 men and killing over 70. However, a unit of pikes have now reinforced, which is going to put a lot of pressure on them, and again, force them further and further back. Well, I also really like the detail here as well. I love these little fountain areas. It's a nice job. Kind of makes it feel a bit more elvish, more so with all these like different like kind of plants set out. This is, of course, the Gondorian architecture, but even still, looks very nice. And I believe we are also getting some more architecture being added into the game, relatively soon, which will be awesome. More different kind of unique maps is always great. Oh, there you go. The Nafatoons exploding everything. Oh, this is truly a disaster siege. The attackers just able to bring everything to bear. And that is not good one bit. They've also got the archers atop the wall, able to shoot down and volley in. And so many elves who have lived for hundreds of years and now losing their lives, defending what they believe in. But, was it worth it? As more elves throw in, and there is just wanted destruction here. There is so much of the attacking forces still left remaining. More reinforcements pouring into the settlement. And how many have they taken down so far? Yeah, they've taken down close to 2,000 of the attackers, but they've lost almost 1,500 themselves, which is never a good sign. The bridges are now under heavy assault. The Elven archers volleying in, trying to pick down as many Uruk-hai as possible. The Uruk-hai are holding up them shields and bringing up their own crossbows to hopefully try and weaken this defense at the bridge itself. And the elves only have a finite amount of arrows as well. Their focus now turning to them. The Murukai crossbowmen, who are now taking a little bit of cover in the shrubbery. More assaults going through, and this will be really bad. If they can break around here, this is going to be absolutely catastrophic, because they can come and outflank the bridge defense. You know, the Noldrin units are being overrun at the gatehouse now as well. Some shipwright nobles being sent in. And they are engaging some of the lighter units from Rune. These guys aren't as heavily armored as the Loke Rim. Not as well equipped, and obviously they are fighting the shipwright nobles, which are probably one of the strongest units in the game. Another charge coming in here again. And I imagine this unit of two-handed Elven swords will be enough to rip through these guys, but it's just like, how many units do they have left to withstand this? And there's still plenty of reinforcements. I mean, these chariots could cause absolute mayhem if they made their way through the gate right now. I think that would definitely be the nail in the coffin, even though I think this coffin is slowly shutting bit by a bit. And you can see more Elven units running back. 200 kills on that unit is not too bad. And the Elven Arch is now being committed to the main blob here, their last real hope. And you can see they are being cut down. Not really standing much of a chance. More so a simple, you know, a simple blockage in the pipes for the Urukai as they continue to move their way forward. Some really cool kill animations though. That's kind of interesting as well. I never noticed that. Some of the Urukai actually have made... Oh, it's probably one of the separate units, yeah. Yeah, it must be maybe the Nafatoon throwers, the Grenadiers have the maces. I actually really like that. And they have like the spiked gauntlet as well, so they can punch. It's pretty cool indeed. The artillery is being brought in as well. The bridges are under full-on assault. The problem is with, like, you know, defenses like this as well, is that, like, as soon as one dam starts to break, as soon as the infantry can come around there, they're in a really, really tricky spot. But the units are... Oh my god, these Hall Guardians only have 18 kills. That is so bad. That unit of Hall Guardians is so expensive. They must have been the main focus point of a lot of crossbow fire. You can only assume that to be the case. And yeah, things are looking rough. The enemy general is now moving in. Or enemy general, the Elven general. They're going to get a nice little charge in. But obviously there's, you know, there's Urukai crossbowmen atop the settlement, able to volley in and really take down the unit. Yeah, crossbow fire coming in. And the elves just stand little to no chance. The Elven general, though, will look to try and do as much damage. And they are able to win a nice little victory here at the gatehouse. Being able to reinforce more soldiers here. The shipwright nobles not lost a single soldier yet. Not a single elf from this unit has gone down. They've racked up almost 100 kills. And so you can really start to see the quality of the shipwright nobles. There's another one. Add to the tally. But I think not even these elite elves can win this day and able to once again rack up. They're getting a good KDA right there. 120 kills to not a single loss is impressive. More soldiers defending at the gate. Now we get a few more elite soldiers. Some more of the Eastling Axemen now being sent in. But is it going to be enough? Yeah, I mean, they might be able to defeat the enemy here. They could probably try and reclaim the walls and try and take care of some of these archers. The cavalry still being a nuisance. But yeah, maybe trying to send some soldiers up on the actual gatehouse itself, because they'll run through these archers, and these archers will be devastating. As you can see, able to shoot the shipwright nobles in the back and also try and pin down the enemy general as well. So yeah, getting some soldiers up the gatehouse and obviously onto these guys, onto the crossbows, could be a great way of dealing with them. As you can see, more and more soldiers committed in, and yeah, there we go. The breach point has finally occurred right now, able to start pushing forward. And is this the capture point? Is this the main, like, defensive point? I think it is right now. And there is, like, nothing over here. I think we're going to get a defeat by just simply holding this position because, yeah, I mean, there's 5 minutes left of a battle. I mean, there's not really a lot out here, but these guys need to start making their way back and holding this position, as there is no way this unit of this Elven axes and swords can really hold this position, especially against the Gear warriors as well. The Vargai are an elite band of, Haradrim. Eastlings. They are not to be messed with, and obviously you've got Loke Rim coming around the flank as well. I think that capture point will start to go down. There you go, being captured. And the elves, the elves are now on full-on retreat of the artillery coming in. Friendly fire, but at this point, the elves simply do not, the forces of evil simply do not care. I just want to clear out this victory. We do have a unit of pikemen by the Guardians of Imrahil holding firm. 56 kills so far, with only 3 casualties. Not bad. A pretty elite pike unit. All the Elven units are elite, but then pike units are specifically extremely elite. And I like this by the defenders trying to get soldiers back, but the attackers, able to kind of block off this position surrounding this general's bodyguard. Hitting them from multiple sides, sandwiching them. And the city center is now starting to crumble. The cavalry rushing back. So now it's going to be a desperate scramble to get back. The archers able to fire in onto the Elkin riders as they wrap around. And the defenders know exactly what they're planning. Holding the line here and just breaking through. However, the Noldrin swordsmen are not coming down about to fight. Very close right now. 140 kills. And they're close to breaking these 2 units of Loke Rim, which would be amazing. If they could turn and focus down this unit, keep this city center under their control, that would be huge. The general going down, was that at the Loke Rim? Yeah, that was over here as well. More units coming in. That whoa, what happened to that cavalry unit? Did it die? Pretty got shot by all the archers, didn't it? Yeah, I think it did. And now that city center is falling. Soldiers are falling back, but the hordes of evil marching across the bridges. And what's crazy is, like, all of this stemmed from that initial explosion on the walls. Coming out of the woods, the archers trying their best to bring down the attackers. And they just completely took them by surprise, which was really awesome to see. And there you go. I think that's going to be the battle, right? The timer is going to start ticking down. And that is going to be GG. The flag is up, and they're going to hold this. There's 2 minutes left. And as much as the attackers try, they have been, the defenders have been absolutely demolished. And as I said, I feel like the defenders are probably always going to lose this one. But they really got taken off guard by the Isengard sappers blowing up that wall and just storming through. And I like the way that they had all them soldiers raring to go. It was also a position where they didn't have any siege towers, so the defenders were less likely to commit, a large portion of their force to defend it. And they just kept up with that momentum, which is always a nice move to see. So definitely a great play right there. And we can probably just triple speed through the last part of the battle. This part of this formation has now fallen. And I mean, there's only 250 defenders left. Anyway, the chariots moving through now, trying to fight the shipwright nobles. But hopefully you guys have noticed just how good the shipwright nobles are in this battle. You give them a frontal fight and they will win and fight hard. And there are so many defenders dead on the battlefield, and so many attackers pouring through now every position, looking to try and win this battle by routing the enemy. But no, it's going to be a GG right there. And definitely living up to the title of a disaster siege. I was interested to see exactly who the disaster would be on, and we found out in that one. So definitely the MVPs, hands down, were going to be the White Hand Stormers right there. Sorry, the Sappers. Where are they? Right there. 0 kills, but 100 kills in our hearts. If you guys enjoyed this battle, be sure to go ahead and drop a like and a comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.